Maidstone is a great place with great people and great opportunities, and we as a council are fully committed to supporting business and making sure that Maidstone's economy thrives and survives in a very difficult environment. We have to do this to support our residents and our families and also those businesses as well. Winston Churchill once said of private enterprise, many see it as a predatory target to be shot, many see it as a cash cow to be milked, but very few see it as a sturdy horse pulling the wagon. And that is very much the philosophy of this council in recognising the importance that private enterprise and businesses play in the success of our borough as a whole, both on an economic and social level as well. We support businesses through advice that we give, through the planning system where we can, and to make sure we have a local plan that takes into account where businesses want to grow and thrive. In the short film, we'll be looking at businesses and how they operate in Maidstone, how they want to work with the council so that we can work together to make Maidstone a truly great place that it deserves to be and is.
Claygate's based in Marden, which is predominantly due to the fact that my brother and I grew up in Marden. We're long-time residents. We both live in Goudhurst currently. The business was established here some many years ago, and it's because we employ so many local people, we found it necessary to stay within the parish.
The business has grown year on year, and we've benefited from not having high borrowings and being lowly geared, where a lot of our competitors have borrowed money, and when the recession hit they were struggling to pay back leases and rentals and so on, which is something we've never done. Unless we could afford to pay for it, we didn't have it.
It's good being based in Maidstone because Maidstone is the county town of Kent. It's very prominent, very well known. If you mention the name Maidstone, most people have heard of it somewhere. So there is a bit of kudos for being literally within the borough.
Okay, so what could Maidstone do to help us as Claygate, as a small business? Well, help fight the business rates for one would help us tremendously. We've grown this business over a number of years, and we've been able to buy other properties in doing so. We were then able to buy this building or buy the land and build the building. Unfortunately, we were left with other properties that we couldn't sell or rent, and then we get hit with business rates on the empty properties. A bit more help on the business rates wouldn't go amiss. Okay, so for Claygate, what we're looking at now is the future of manufacturing in the UK, paying just a very small premium but not having to carry the stock. And we're looking to bring both bath manufacturing and furniture manufacturing back here. We've already done that already, and we're starting to produce in the UK. And the benefit for that is that we can actually badge it made in Great Britain, because we are great and we're great at what we do, and we need to promote that. It does mean that we haven't got to hold huge amounts of stock, like 3 months stock from China, which we've done in the past. We only actually necessarily need to carry 2 weeks stock or 3 weeks stock at the maximum. So there's a benefit there. It also means that we're actually creating jobs in the UK, which again is important at this time.
We certainly need a really good transport system. I understand there are restrictions placed on Marden at the moment for heavy goods vehicles. Any reduction in ability to deliver in and out would be severely detrimental to us. Maidstone Borough really do need to consider roadways and the ability to expand on what we've already got, or certainly not reduce what we have available to us currently.
G-Force is a technology company. It was founded in 1999. Since that time we've grown to become specialists in the automotive sector, providing software primarily for automotive manufacturers and automotive retailers. So the main dealer network is where we're typically known, and we help the car buyers of today and the retailers connect through the online medium. G-Force is based in Bearsted. We're down at Kering Lane, where we've got our very own Corbin Business Park. Currently headcount is 185 and growing, which we're really proud of. The majority of the workforce are very local as well, so quite popular with all the local businesses. The barriers to doing business in Maidstone are the process and speed of which decisions are made against the infrastructure and planning and the requirements for a business of our type. Key to a company growing for us, like us, is speed and agility, that decisions can be made to allow us to achieve our expansion requirements. The one thing that the council could do for us is in terms of skills and workforce support, such a variety of headings you could pick. However, the funding and development of people in a business is absolutely key, and sourcing the right staff is a fundamental requirement for any company as it grows. If there was a scheme or a process that could be put in place to help not only support companies like ourselves, but also the recruitment and selection process, how that could be improved, and funding to help businesses run effectively a modern apprenticeship with the potential staff to join our company, that is absolutely key to, I think, a successful business area and supporting our growth.
Gallagher are a multidisciplinary business in many ways. We started with construction, civil engineering and groundworks and plant hire, and that's still a key piece of our business. That's evolved into building buildings as a main contractor. We have a quarry where we quarry Kentish ragstone and we process recycled materials, and we are now very much involved in property development and property management. Maidstone is a fantastic town. It's got great potential. It probably could make a bit more of its potential. It's beautifully situated. Most towns in this country would love to be based in the southeast of England. In terms of the economy and the health of the area, outside of London, the southeast is the first area to come out of recession and the last to go into it. In order to deliver a stronger future for Maidstone, I think we would benefit from a continuing alignment of the political views, because there has been an improvement between the principal parties about what the agenda should be, it appears to me. I think we need quicker, slicker decision making, particularly in the planning area of Maidstone. And I think there's got to be an acceptance that you can't please everybody all of the time.
The Maidstone Studios is a television recording facility primarily. It has 5 studios and we're pretty state of the art, so from a television point of view it's a major facility. We also have diversified over the last few years because television, as with all businesses, has been going up and down through the recession, and we've working with the council, we now have a fairly major business facility, business centre in the building, and we have a data centre which is a growing facility that's grown out of on the back of the technical capacity that this building has anyway, and we're probably the best connected facility in the county. So therefore Maidstone, which is the high-speed link coming in and out on the railway, is also sub 1 nanosecond to London via the broadband link that we have. We have a core team of about 40-50 people on and off with some freelancers, but overall in television terms we employ up to 1,000 people at any one time, not all at once, but people who rely on us partly for their income. And we have about 27, maybe 30 companies in the building that have 10, 15, 20 people working. So you could say there's 600 to 700 people in and out on a daily basis, but that expands through the county. I'm told that several thousand people rely on this business. I believe we have a very good working relationship with Maidstone Borough Council. I very rarely do I have a problem if I pick the phone up and ask, and I think they understand that the reason I phone and ask is because I don't have time to make the wrong decision. So if it's not going to happen, I need to know swiftly, because time is money and investment, and there's very little of both available. So I think it's important that not just the senior officers, but the staff at Maidstone Borough Council understand what this business is about. It isn't just about Take Me Out. It isn't just about audience shows, people coming in, Jules Holland. It's not just about that. What it is about is being a hub, a business hub, a centre because of its technical connectivity. As I've said before, we have probably the best broadband, as you know it, but internet connectivity in the county. We have businesses who want to come to us specifically because of connectivity. And what we want to do is use that connectivity to grow so that Maidstone is the fastest place in Kent.
Icon are a technology company delivering complex solutions for CCTV, data centres, networks, telecoms for customers, trying to introduce efficiencies and cost savings. Well, we have a nice cross-section of clients. We do quite a bit in the private sector, and the private sector will include TK Maxx, P&O Ferries, Apple, right the way across public sector, which include local authorities, NHS, MOD, and a variety like that. It's a huge accolade to be awarded the PSM Framework Award. It entitles us to work anywhere within public sector on the public services network. We like working from Maidstone because we tend to find the skill levels for personnel. We're on the gateway to Europe. We've got the local motorway networks and the high-speed train link, which suits us to the ground. We can get anywhere within Europe within a couple of hours. It absolutely suits our ambitions. If Maidstone Borough Council was to support their local business, I would ask them to encourage people such as Hewlett Packard, Dell, large entities with open days into Maidstone. I mean, open up maybe the town hall and introduce people down to there. We've got big impressive buildings there, you know, that we could really sell from, and that I think would be great for us. Hewlett Packard and Dell that I've dealt with recently are working really hard in this area, but they don't seem to get noticed.